stages, of course, and so they are going to try to secure themselves some scaling here for IU, so they are going to grab that smolder. It will be weaker early on, but the scaling obviously very, very powerful, as everyone knows. 225 stacks.
You get his way in, and here comes the dive.
Yeah, has not been spotted. IU does have his cleanse. We'll see how they're going to try to pull this off. They will be looking for IU. There's the aggro pulled by Elio. They're on to IU, and IU is knocked down for first blood. Artemis the one to grab it, but Toots is on the roam here. Toots coming down, does have his ultimate available, so I think they're going to look for more. Levi has got to try to intercept this charm if he can do it. Flash comes out from Elio. Turning the damage around is Levi. Emo making his way down here. The charm does not land. It is problematic, and Levi is going to be spotted by that pink ward. Will clear out a couple here, though, as a fight breaks out on the bot side. IU going to get hit by the feather pull. He's getting incredibly low here, and they're going to go for the kill, and it's a 2v2 straight.
To try and contest this dragon. I don't think they can do this.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to be able to get in there. Levi has the Q smite charged. Those were the early games against BLG, so kept it close. Toots looking for the charm. Levi's able to avoid it. In comes the ultimate from Tatu. He flashes in on Artemis. Artemis does not have an ultimate of his own, but he's going to get him with the feather pull. Roots him up, trying to cut him out. Flashes to safety, but he's going to be shut down there by Toots, and now Emo's in trouble as well. They claim the feat of warfare, but it is a kill. Yeah, at the very least, Levi able to throw a spear over the wall, gets Tatu down with that common spear, so they were able to finish off that kill. And we're back to live, and GAM gets all three.
Looking to try and contest.
Levi's coming as well, and Levi does have the ultimate up and available, so they're going to try to bait, and in they go. The engage comes in, so does the teleport. Here comes Levi. Levi arriving. They're focusing down Tatu, but he has the ultimate up and available, and IU's trying to cut it out on the other side. Gigo has arrived as well, and it's looking like it's a good fight for Furia. Toots is on his way. Furia trying to just buy time for the Ari to arrive as Levi is trying to take down Tatu. Tatu does fall. Gigo goes in with a Justice Punch, connecting in onto Levi. IU trying to knock him down. Jojo doesn't land the stun, but it doesn't even matter because Toots is here and he is on a killing spree. Levi trying to actually base in the brush, is going to get spotted, does land the stun. Does he have his E up and available? Doesn't look like it. And Toots has the advantage here for Furia is all on this Ari. The Smolder very far behind at this point and is going to struggle potentially in these fights. Toots, though, looking for a fight here on the top side. Gets an
easy objective pickup for Furia. As we look back at
Herald, but Tatu and Jojo are in the area. You can see Gigo quickly running up the river, trying to get here. It's going to be smoked down by Levi, and now they're focusing down on Tatu. Tatu is going to get burst out immediately as Furia tried to fight this, but they were kind of just too late, and now Kiaya is looking here. The equalizer is going to land right down onto Toots. He's got to get out of there. He's got to protect that bounty. Jojo, though, in a lot of trouble, and Kiaya coming in from behind. The rest of the team all is here from GAM, and it's a 5v1. Toots has got nowhere to go. Can he even get one back onto Kiaya? He cannot. As Furia overforce at the Herald, they lose the fight, they lose the feats, they lose the Herald, they lose the tower. That is a disaster.
An ambitious contest from Furia as they try to fight this Herald when they just didn't have the numbers. GAM recognizing the positioning mistake, very quick to punish, collapsing onto Tatu, converting it into a multitude of kills, a huge advantage, and look at how the gold swings. Just short of 3K is, ooh, Furia looking to fight back.
Yeah, Gigo teleporting in. They're going to try to go for a long chase here. Has GAM overstayed? Elio is the target for now, going to get hit by the Justice Punch. In goes Levi. Is going to be a triple taunt there from Gigo, but Artemis is hitting back here. He cleansed out of the taunt. Now another teleport is coming through. Ari does not have her ultimate, and Emo is arriving. Will they be able to actually exfiltrate here as Emo trying to dodge out on the charm, but he's going to be connected on. He's going to be knocked down immediately. In comes IU. The first kill of the fight goes the way of Furia, and now they have numbers. In comes Gigo. Down goes Artemis. It's a shutdown for Toots. The charm flash will not connect onto Elio, but they will get the 2 kills. GAM over 225, but does at least have a couple items here now through. You can see Vietnam versus Brazil, very close internationally. You touched on it earlier. It is 2-2 as far as series wins as Kiaya and Levi looking for Gigo. The flash forward comes in there from Levi. Nowhere to go with the Justice Punch.
Everywhere else in favor of GAM.
Absolutely. IU, though, does now have his Infinity Edge completed, so he's got the Essence Tree for IE. He's not going, but you are very squishy, especially once you get to the Rapid Fire as your third item. That's what I am expecting. The Q poke becomes really difficult to deal with. It really
another dragon. Furia deciding to give this one away, as they know that they're not in the best position to fight right now. But as long as they continue to play around Toots, he is their main.
Furia are wrapping around. They will be spotted now as they walk by the Baron Pip. This is getting incredibly low, and Emo's just going to try to block off Tatu. Tatu does have his flash, though. He's just going to walk around. It didn't quite actually pincer him, and now it's Furia on the Otacon here, and it's Jojo just buying time. Furia takes it, and in comes the Galio ultimate. From the top ring comes Gigo, smashing down with that Justice Punch. In goes Levi, though, does get a double kill, as it's actually GAM GAM winning the fight, even though going to be having to give it up whether they want to or not. They kind of gave control over the river. It's getting very low. In goes Emo, though, with the Weaver's wall. And in comes Levi from the top. Can't actually get into any of the carries. It's a great engage from JoJo. The Galio ultimate going to get interrupted, unfortunately, though, and Galio is going to get knocked down. Tatu trying to run. Levi and Artemis piling through, knocking them down. GAM again win the fight. They lost the position around the objective, but it didn't matter because they crushed them as they're trying to take it.
They've taken out the jungler, so that means that Baron might be an option. Levi, very healthy. Ayu, he's overextended in mid.
Ayu could be in trouble, does have his summoners, might have to use it. Clean's going to be forced there as he will kite back, does have the 225. Charm Flash connects. Do they get Levi? They do, but Artemis looking to punish, gets the first kill. Is he going to be able to chase down and take out Ayu? The feathers fly, and it forces the flash there from Ayu. Actually follow up. This time, Gigo goes for the ultimate, immediately gets charmed up by Elio on the other side. Couldn't even get it, and now it's going to be another engage here, and it's going to be a quick kill for Kiaya as they knock down JoJo. Over by the Baron, and I think this could trigger them to just look for a start. So it is on the side, and he might have been spotted walking into this. There was a ward over the wall, and so now they are going to know that he was in that tri-brush. They clear out the ward, as Tatu is going to be fighting over on the other side to try to reclaim some vision in the jungle. The Baron is started here, and Emo's on a pretty good position here from the Taliyah, looking to try to section them off with the Weaver's Wall. This time the Weaver's Wall will come in between. Tatu cannot get in. The Baron going to be secured here by GAM.
Concern for GAM is that they've committed a lot of resources just to defend this mid tower. I think this late into the game, you can afford to lose it, but they really don't want to. And in fact, GAM are looking for a fight.
Looking, he's going to flash forward. He's right in onto Toots. Here comes the Galio ultimate. They're trying to turn it around. Furia firing through, and they're going to grab the first kill. This time, Tatu takes down Elio. As Artemis is in trouble, the feathers fly. Can he actually get back? The feather pull not stopping much. Artemis forced to flash out of there as Emo now arrives.
GAM is not leveraging their lead in a way that's going to stop Ayu from running
just
away from this game. Yeah, we are just gathering in mids. Remember that they still have double TP. They also have Emo's ulti. I love to see
Levi going in on a Gigo, though. Nice. Shielded Rand going to be able to block that up. We can see that Tatu goes in. Tatu's going to be rooted up, and it's CC'd up, and in comes Emo with the Weaver's Wall, sectioning off the team. Levi trying to finish one off. JoJo does fall. Toot's going to be in trouble now as Kiaya is going to have to go to the stasis. Tatu is running. Levi trying to chase after, and 1v2 the top side here from Furia, but he is put low and will have to retreat back. Toot's now looking. Nice dodge out there from Elio on the charm. Does avoid it and keeps himself alive. GAM get one kill and gain themselves access to this dragon. This game is just bloody back and forth fighting over
the top lane in the fog of war. Toots. Okay, he's going to safely secure that objective.
Oh, in comes Emo, going to section them off. They're going to look for the engage, and they're into the back line already. And it's Ayu down incredibly low. It's Ayu getting killed off to start the fight. But on the other side, Artemis is in trouble. Gigo shuts him down. Kiaya trying to get the work done as Levi's going for Toots. He can't finish him off. Toots barely survives. And now we're into a 3v4. GAM looking for more. Trying to get the flick back. They do land the flick back onto Gigo. He's incredibly low. He's running for the hills here, but Tatu is there to save him. Gigo.
A ton of farm. He has not been clearing camps, while Tatu close to taking over level 17.
They go. They're looking for Ayu. They want to try to get their eyes on him, but the flick does not connect. In goes Elio to try to finish him off, but they don't have the damage until just now. They get the kill, but in comes Toots. He's trying to turn around. Artemis, though, still firing, still standing. Kiaya flashing in with the overheat, trying to take down Tatu. Artemis is trying to get enraged, but he just can't finish him off until just now, as it's a double grab by Kiaya. They want Gigo as well. He's going to go into the stasis. Kiaya tanking up the tower as the feather pill will kill.
As we saw an insane engage come through from Levi. We're going to get the Baron. It looks like they're going to do it.
Yeah, they are going to do it. Nice Aegis Assault there. Is able to immune that charm damage as they are overheating and they are bursting this one down. It is already down well below half. JoJo is on the way, but it's going to be too little. It's going to be too late, very likely. He goes and he steals it. You're kidding me.
Levi split pushing in the top lane. Going to push that one out. Needs to recall. Go again.
We go again, and we'll see, though. I mean, if Fury can pull off a dive here, this could be a game-ending push. They do force the flash there out of Emo.
Said, you know what? I don't need a void.
Oh, no. He revealed. He got greedy for the wave, and now we'll see if he can actually get out in time. Levi's going in with the ultimate immediately. He's going to be stunned up. Toots may make the big play earlier, but this time he is probably going to be punished. He's trying to run out. Everyone from GAM is coming, but the rest of Fury is actually pushing mid lane right now. He's going to run into Kiaya. Does land the charm. Toots trying to make something happen, but it's just going to be a bit of time. Inside track towards the objective. Elder's not one you want to try to fight for after the objective goes down, though. It is going to be terrifying if that does happen. GAM, though, trying to move in here. Levi's just going to send it. They're looking for Ayu. He flashes in. The cleanse comes out. Ayu trying to cut out. Elio flashing in. In comes the Galio ultimate to try to peel. Ayu is still alive. Ayu pops the ultimate, and he is firing, trying to turn the fight around, but Ayu in so much trouble. Down to 5% HP, looking for damage over the wall. No one can actually knock him down, but the rest of Furia is falling. Kiaya goes godlike. And you can say that again, the Rumble making the difference in these team fights. GAM takes the fight, and unfortunately for Ayu, he is basing on a ward. He's gonna get knocked down as well. They grab the Elder, they grab the kills, and the respawn timers are so long.
GAM make magic happen once again. Levi throws everything and the kitchen sink at this baby dragon, and he says that you will not survive this fight. Miraculously, Ayu does, but he was removed, which meant that he couldn't dish out the damage, he couldn't contribute, and Artemis was left free to dish out the damage needed with Kiaya at his side. They've broken the base, they're setting their sights on the Nexus.
They have to find a way to actually kill these minions off, but I don't know if GAM's gonna allow them to do it. It's up to Toots and it's up to Tatu. Toots trying to kite for his life here, but Tatu's down incredibly low, and he's gonna get burst down by the Elder. Toots cannot make it happen here. Jojo respawns, but that's not gonna matter. Kiaya goes golden just to flex on him on the Nexus. It's gonna be GAM and an absolute banger. 45 minutes in, 30 kills to their name. They take game number one. Go for an Annie, but Annie, you spend your spells once, and that's kind of you're done for the team fight. So I do feel like Ayu is gonna have his work cut out for him because there's no enchanter, there's not a lot of peel, there is counter engage, but it feels like GAM's gonna have
good awareness. That one ward you'll see on the top side, spotting him out gives them all the information that they need to secure this objective. Looks like we're not going to see a swap come through from GAM, but we will from Furia.
Oh, they're going to look for the dive. They actually connect, and the needlework did tag him as well. Levi did interrupt that. Gigo trying to be supported here by Jojo, and in comes Ayu as well. Levi's got to flash out, and Levi, does he have the ball breaker? Gets over the wall, but the Zenith Blade follows, and Ayu is there. Flash to follow. The Ignite is ticking. Ayu wants this first blood, and he's going to get it. Mid have the duo there. Send Emo down towards bot, and they are going to look for a pick now. Tatu could be in some trouble. Pops the Cyclone, uses the clone to try to build some space as he's kiting back towards Jojo and Ayu, and in comes Toots. Levi's on the wrong side of town here. The Jhin gonna open up to try to assist him, but there's nowhere for Levi to go. He can delay, but I'm not even sure that's beneficial for him as Gigo is just pushing through bot lane. Eventually, Tatu is gonna grab the kill. Might even be a fight. Ayu, though, split quite a bit from the team. As you can see, Gigo had a great day one. The hook now from Elio coming in here onto Jojo. Jojo looking for the engage. The ultimate does not connect onto Emo. Levi dueling against Ayu on the top side, but he's losing out on that one. Levi's going to be knocked down. GAM try to force their hand, but it's not a good fight for them. They lose Kiaya and Levi.
Things are just quickly falling apart for GAM. A lot of the fights that they're trying to take just don't make any sense.
As well.
So nice advantage gained. Getting the flash out from the enemy AD carry is always a nice thing to have. Means that any repeat plays means that he's very susceptible. I mean, you would think. What I can tell you is that when it comes to mid-game spikes, it's a nice one. Kiaya in some danger.
Yeah, Kiaya in a lot of danger. Jojo gonna flash forward, does lock him down. In comes the counter-strike as well. That's the third stun in a row, and Kiaya's got nowhere to go. Emo does arrive, though, gonna try to turn things around. Levi trying to get in range. Not able to actually hit with that Jhin W to lock him down, and in comes the response teleport from Toots. So it's just gonna be the lost teleport for that tower and the kill. And now Cyclone going to be popped there by Tatu as he's going in. It's him and Ayu against the world right now, but Elio is quite low. Artemis taking a lot of damage as he tries to retreat. Jojo looking from Artemis is able to root him up, but not going to mean much of anything as Elio here looking, but it's Jojo that wants to start out the fight. Tatu and Ayu are here. Levi, though, coming on a flank. He's going to run into Toots. Toots is going to get the flash out of Levi. Levi flashes and just turns it into an engage onto Ayu, but Levi's getting locked down, and he is getting knocked down by Ayu. Another kill going to go their way as they kill off Elio. Artemis and Emo are on the run, and here comes Gigo. He wants it, and he's going to get it. He's on a killing spree now and trying to corral Emo under this tower. Will they push it in and even look for the dive? Gigo going back in as Emo's going to go between worlds, and Gigo may have bit off more than he could chew. It's a shutdown.
More than happy winning a massive fight.
And there's just no one in position to even follow up there. You know, Levi was trying to go for
experience. And it's just an awkward position because no one's really being funneled that gold. And
Levi looking, steals it away, gets the objective bounty. There was 3 members from Furia on the top side. They didn't think GAM would look for the fight, and Levi now wants more. The hook is going to connect as well. Emo goes between worlds, and I think they're going to get Tatu. It's another shutdown, 722 gold going into the coffers there of Emo, as all of a sudden, a big surge in gold as they steal the dragon, get the objective bounty, and get another shutdown, but it is going to cost them the tier 2 top.
Miss out on Soul Point.
Now you can see in the Coinbase gold grind, this is where Gigo has gotten all of his gold throughout the game, as we're going to see Levi getting locked down, knocked down once again. Who else?
9 of the 10 kills that Furia have been able to find. Herald's going to be dropped on the bot tier 2 tower.
Oh, here comes the engage. The stun does land. Emo goes between worlds and does try to kite back. Elio trying to make something happen here as in comes Kiaya. Can Kiaya get to the back line? He's trying to knock down Toots. He's going to flash over the wall to follow. The needlework is connecting, but Toots is just not dying. He's low, but is he low enough? He's looking for it. Can't find the final one to take him down as Emo's going to get knocked down by Tatu. And Gigo. I've seen a lot of throws over by Otacon. GAM, I think, is aware of it, and they spot it out now with the blue trinket. Will they be able to find the approach? Toots going to get spotted on the side. Jojo going for the engage. He's just trying to lock down Levi and make sure that it's not a 50-50. It's going to be taken there by Furia, but is there a fight to be had afterwards? Jojo just flashing out. Ayu getting aggressive, does step forward, takes a chunk of damage. But who's it a trap for? Toots is here, but so is Elio. The entire Furia squad pounces and bites him in half. Kiaya is down already, and Emo is coming in, but does he even want to be here? He's going to go between worlds. The Cyclone going to get popped there by Tatu. The focus is onto Gigo, but Gigo is healing. Gigo is standing. The locket comes in through to keep him alive as Ayu arrives as well, and he's back onto the back line with Artemis. Artemis going to get knocked down. Furia crushing the fight. They can't even get Gigo. Furia were so ready here today. Definitely love the Brazilian players, all the emotion, the passion that they show for the game, how excited they get on stage, how much the players
been fighting to make a name for himself. As
and Artemis is going to mess around and find out. Artemis has to run for the hills already. Levi is here, though. Can they turn it around? Artemis has to cancel his ult because he's just dying to Tibbers. But inside the base, Kiaya is dead again. Gigo on the other side of the map making things happen. They do get the kill on the Annie, but it's a continued dive. It's Emo trying to defend the base, and it's Emo dying. Both the solo laners from GAM are going to get knocked down as Furia crack the base open. Only 24 minutes in. They're pushing in the waves. They're pushing up the mid lane. They want to look for a second inhib already.
Toots bought so much time for Furia to make this play, and in exchange, the base will go the way of Furia. A second inhibitor is soon to fall. They have the minions in the bot wave. I think they can just turn their attention to top lane. They've just come off the back of a reset. I don't think they necessarily have to base right now if they don't want to. They can just keep up with the aggression. The TP should be available, but all right, they'll play it safe. They'll likely concede the bot tower, and objective bounty will go the way of GAM, but with the gold difference like this, really you're just thinking about game 3. This will likely equalize the series.
Where they go in this next game is Furia now closing the trap here onto GAM, trying to look for those final moments of the fight. It's going to be Elio looking for the engage here onto Ayu, but Ayu is not bothered by it whatsoever. He just backs up, and now Tatu is going to try to go for an engage of his own, but he's tanking up the tower. Tatu pops the Cyclone, trying to make it happen here. Has to flash over the wall, goes between worlds, and is going to be able to get the kill as Emo secures him on the other side, but now Gigo has arrived, and he's big man on campus, going in, knocking it down 1, knocking down 2, looking for more as GAM retreat to the fountain. Furia will make no doubt about this one. Game 1 was back and forth. It was close, but game 2 was 22-4 for Furia, and it was all Furia. So you can match the roams of the TF with the stolen ultimate. You have things like the Pop Blossom to steal as well. So I do think it really works. It's also not really one of these champions that you want to like hard focus on. That Elio was able to do that, stealing away some of those, and now he gets level 3 as he actually soaks in that experience. So we'll be able to potentially look for the dive, and I think they're going to go for it here. Elio wants to be the main target because Artemis is still level 1. Great route. The Tangle Bard's locking up Jojo, gets him low, but now the redive is going to come in. Artemis isn't even here. He's got no help whatsoever. Elio has nowhere to go. It's an easy first blood there for trading very heavily. Nice Tangle Barb does land, try to get some damage down onto Jojo, but Artemis has not even gotten to base and buy, and you can see the itemization much better, therefore Ayu. As the chain's gonna connect, Kiaya's gonna look for it, and Kiaya's gonna get it just when Levi did not actually reveal there. That was critical. They pinged where the ward could be. Now Artemis looking for a fight here. Jojo going to be rooted up. Elio has been on point. Levi does arrive, but it's IU stepping forward. It's IU flashing to follow and getting the kill. Levi should be able to run him down. Does get one back as Eris fighting heavily here.
And they're going to have to get him through what is a rough early laning phase. Furia was able to do it in game 1.
Here comes the collapse from Kiaya. Tatu could be in some trouble. He does have the flash and is going to have to spend it. Kiaya just got to level 6. Is he going to pop the ulti? Yes, of course he is. In comes Twisted Fate, and Gigo's going to get locked down by that gold card. There's the Tangle Barbs to follow it up, and it's another kill for
it is.
So this is the replay. We are not back into game. This is the replay of the invade for Tatu. Again, you can see he had not purchased any items whatsoever. Levi on the other side had spent quite a lot of gold.
But you can see that the logic is, well, I've got 3 members here. It should be a relatively safe invade. With Jojo at my back, I feel relatively safe. However, the ability of the Twisted Fate to just abandon midway.
Where Gigo is. So Gigo is going to be trapped in that side brush. He's losing all of the farm right now to this tower. Guys will be the grubs though, so that is the trade-off. But the question is, are the grubs more valuable than these multiple waves that they've lost this spot?
Already winning the game at this point.
They're going to look for a dive here. Hex Flash coming in. Can he find the stun? He cannot. Kiaya trying to survive. The TF ulti is there to respond, and he misses the stun. He's going to nail it, though, with the gold card as Tatu tried to reject the TF. Couldn't make it. You're not drawn to that potential soul fight. They got the first dragon. We'll see if they can go for the second. They're going to look for a dive here. Kiaya trying to set it up. Eris has the gold card prepped and ready, and Gigo's going to get stunned up. Great sidestep from Kiaya. Dodges the public execution. As the deficit doesn't even matter. He's even in the farm. This horrible bot lane scenario that they were in early on has been completely mitigated.
And this bot tower is about to fall as well. They've been able to get all 4 plates from it. They're going to secure this tower. The gold will swing in Artemis' favor.
Look at the farm up here. That's a problem.
And now the gold.
Definitely, you can check that out in the coin-based gold grind graphic. It is interesting to see, you know, the breakdown of the gold and where it's all coming from. You know what? If we're going to win this game, it's not going to be about me. I just need to not die. I need to try to be a bit more tanky, you know, make sure that I'm giving up
this tower, which I think makes a ton of sense. Set your sights on the mid lane instead, and I love this map movement we're seeing right now. Both Levi and Eris moving towards the mid lane, knowing that they have the numbers advantage here. Open up mid, push your advantage even more if you can. Use the Herald to siege onto the tier 2 as well.
Tatu is coming, though. They're going to TP. They want to try to force a fight here. Furia is going to look, but Levi has spotted the teleport coming through. Will the rejection work this time? Elio is going to interrupt it with the Pop Blossom. Eris arrives with the ulti, and Tatu is the target, but over on the other side, Kiaya is in trouble. Can he actually pop his ult and try to heal back up? He has the ulti, but it's not going to be enough as he's going to get shut down by Toots. On the other side, Elio is running. Levi trying to find some sort of play here. It's a trade of top laners there. Not bad from Furia from a very deep as they are already on the dragon. We got to get eyes on that and see how it's looking. Levi trying to get rejected here by Tatu, but he is going to be able to find it, so he knocks him out, and Kiaya's in trouble once again here. Kiaya has no ult, he has no flash. It's going to be the first kill, and Furia may have just pulled off the... And Otacon getting low. It is going to be spotted out by the blue orb. It's down to half HP. Tatu again threatening. Can he find the ejection? This time it's not going to be on anyone, but Toots is going to go in. The Pop Blossom comes through, lands on multiple member, but Toots is in the middle of everybody, steals a Pop Blossom, and is going to get it down. Artemis trying to cut it out, trying to take down Toots, can't quite do it. And on the other side, Tatu gets another. Furia out of nowhere. Crush the fight. GAM does take the
Connects onto 3, and that really just sets up Furia to clean up the fight. GAM is once again forced to
Let's be honest, there's a lot of them with Nico and with Silas. So was a huge ult, able to turn that around. Now the gold lead is completely gone. They were 5,000 gold up, and they've just lost basically 3 engages back to back to back. Seems to be a bit late to show up to these setups. We'll see if they can find the fight now. Tatu going to look for the rejection. Does knock Levi out. Can they finish it in time? Toots threatening on the side, gets the stolen ult. He's going to look for it. The Pop Blossom connects. Can they actually burst down Toots? Toots has the stolen ulti, trades it back and forth. Kiaya trying to lifesteal drain in the middle of everyone. Can't do it. Artemis down incredibly low. He's on the run now. Also, IU looking for him. So is Tatu. Tatu flashes forward, knocks him down.
They'll secure the Baron. And Furia is looking to go match point in this best of 5.
I mean, the gold graph is going to be an absolute cliff as it has swung so heavily.
Kill the single target. There's no way that you're going to win out on the fight.
Absolutely. GAM, though, pushing for this tier 2 top, going to try to trade on the other side. They feel like they can't defend the inhibitor, so they're going to just keep pushing here for the base. Levi needs to get out of there as Toots is going to be looking, won't be able to find him with the Abscond of Duck, but the base is going to be cracked here on the top side. The arrow does connect. But it's going to be actually Furia that's having to kind of back potentially to... No, they do cancel it as they see that GAM is going to back off themselves. And meanwhile, in the base, Toots just killed off GAM in this split screen. Got the kill onto Levi. They're now taking the inhibitor. Now they're just going to try to end the game here straight up as they have minions in the base. It's going to be up to GAM in the 4v5 to try to defend. We'll see if they can do it. Their wave clear is not that strong. Furia pushing, poking down Kiaya, looking for the root, won't quite find it. The first Nexus tower down incredibly low. Eris does find the gold card. Toots getting down to about half HP, but he still has a stolen ultimate here, and Elio's gonna look for it. Goes in with the pop blossom, connects on multiple members, but Kiaya is being focused down on the other side. Eris trying to do what he can, but Artemis is already gone. GAM are falling, and Furia pull off the comeback, move us to match point. What a performance from the Brazilian squad.
I'm worried about how well things are going to pan out.
So this is definitely what I was thinking when I saw the Trundle ban, is that they were considering, some sort of tank in the top lane. I thought it might have been something like the Ornn. It is, in fact, the K'Sante here Levi has, and may be punished at the Raptors or the Krugs. He's looking for him.
Levi is indeed looking for him. He'll recognize that the red is gone. The ward will spot out Tatu.
Knows he's there.
Kiaya looking for the collapse. Dodges away.
Yeah, Kiaya tracing after him. Tatu already blew that flash. He's going to get slowed down. There's the Q flash in, but it's going to be an E back. He goes unstoppable, pushes him back with the Pathmaker. Tatu is cooked. Levi with a fantastic... Actually lane against that. As Eris goes forward, is able to actually proc the Electrocute, get a bit of damage down. As IU will be playing heavily with his passive. Pathmaker, nice buffer there. Does get the stun, and then another Q to follow it up. Can he find that Q3? Gigo trying to kite back, needs to be careful to avoid that third and Tofo strike. Will be able to do it for now, but he is getting quite low. Tatu in the area though, will they be able to actually chase down Kiaya? Remember, has no flash, doesn't quite get the stun against the wall, and he's just gonna take him in the 1v2. Gigo was too low. Kiaya back-to-back games with solo kills.
K'Sante is getting mistake means that this K'Sante is now gonna get very monstrous very quickly.
He's going to be so tanky, and Kiaya really can be that difference maker. Jungle is ahead, top lane is ahead, bot lane with that slight lead here. Looking very good already here for GAM. But they have
IU really getting the better of Artemis in the 1v1. The farm differential is basically nothing as the grubs.
Yeah, the Tatu gets the stun onto Kiaya. Kiaya looking to get some damage down onto Gigo. Eris on the side, trying to get the damage down onto Toots. He lands the chain, but there's the Skarner ulti. It only connects onto one. Levi trying to fire back. Kiaya there with the team. They get the kill, they get the feat of warfare, and they get the reset. Levi now is in the Renekton. Flash stun from him. Tatu's gonna fall as well. It's a double for Levi. The star of GAM comes to life in this game, makes the early game read on the jungle path and gets the double kill. And they're going to be able to grab the objective off the back of it as well.
I will say, it was a bold play from Furia to try and fight
Elio in trouble here. Toots in a 1v2. How about that? Flash follow. Easy kill for the Azir. Toots will not be outdone.
We find ourselves in the midst of chaos 9 minutes into game 4. Furia finally get themselves their first kill of the game. The top lane tower for Gigo to get a bit of gold back in the matchup. But sure, a second of Dragon secured. I like the dive on top. The TP will come through from the Renekton.
Oh, they definitely want to try to look for a dive, but Tatu is in the area. Will he be able to actually pull it off? The culling is just ripping through him. Levi is fed, and Artemis gets the kill. And now we can actually take over the body, but IU is coming up here as well. They're going to try to look for more, but GAM execute on that play. Even though Furia had the read, the CC into just a full tanked culling was way too much for Gigo to be able to survive. They are looking for Eris down on the bot side, but we'll be able to just throw it out to safety.
Has the mobility to get away. Oh, but now IU is isolated on the top lane.
No flash, does have the exhaust. Can he outplay? He's gonna have to try to dodge. Gets the knockup, there's the last breath, the shield comes through. Will they be able to kill him off? Elio incredibly low, is barely able to survive there. Levi jumps out as well. They can't take down IU. Well played by the Yasuo.
Spawning in about 20 seconds. Furia.
Oh, they're going to look. Nice combo there as Jojo knocks him back and he gets stunned to the wall immediately. Eris has to flash out, but will it even matter? Flash there to follow. They're trying to chase him down. Tatu used the flash, but he can't close the gap just yet. You can see IU moving down. Eris may have to try to look for an execute here, but I don't know if the kill tag has expired, and it definitely hasn't. Now hits him with a rock to the back of the head. They do eventually get the kill.
That means that the gap between the mid laners is only continuing to grow. Of course, we look at the rest of the map and it's still advantages across the board in favor of GAM. But when you think about the map pressure, it's Furia that's pushing in the bot lane. Furia caught the wave in mid. They're setting their sights on this bot tier 1.
Levi is there. They're just trying to force down the tower. Elio TP down. Now Artemis is going to arrive. Can they look to try to turn this around? Artemis trying to get some damage down, but the tower is getting lower and lower as Kiaya's looking for another solo bolo on the top side. Gigo flashes out, but will Kiaya spend the flash to follow? He's going to go for it, and he's going to get it. Kiaya with another solo kill, not to be outdone.
They'll set their sights on the bot tier 1.
And he may just be going collector second here. Really aggressive build with the Viego. Definitely can put out incredible amounts of burst. Kiaya now here around mid lane. Jojo just has to headbutt him back as IU did not want to get chased down. But remember, while you are watching the action unfold, keep an eye out for exclusive drops just for tuning in to MSI. All you need to do is be logged in and watching on LOLEsports.com for a chance to score in-game loot. As GAM continue pushing this pressure forward, the Dragon is up. They use the Herald to take that mid-tier 1, and now they are looking to move and grab another Dragon. This would be their third of the game.
The bot wave's in an awkward spot for GAM. They decided to just bring Kiaya over towards the Drake. They want to make sure that they can get this to put themselves on soul point. Tatu is in the area, a level down, but now the rest of Furia have regrouped. They're looking to contest.
Yeah, they absolutely are, and Furia are much more grouped. Eris is on the side by himself here. Levi, Kiaya focusing down this Dragon, but you can see the damage coming in from Toots already as there's Eris looking for some poke onto IU, but the combo, the Skarner ultimate, grabs them all, and GAM are thrown into the grinder. Furia will not be out team fought. They crush the fight again. Every single time when you think they're down, they get back up and they hit you in the face.
There was Lucian kind of spread off from the main bulk of the force that was focusing down the Dragon.
And I feel like GAM's frontline just got a little bit overconfident. We'll see if Toots has done the same now. Jojo trying to get in here to help him out. There's the flash forward from Levi, but look at Eris. He's just deleted. It's a 1v2. No problem there for Toots as he gets one back. The question is, can they get more? Elio slowing down Jojo. Will set him up. Gonna be able to pop the ulti to break that, but here comes Levi. Great sidestep there from Jojo. He will eventually be ran down. The question is, can they get something else? Jojo, IU just drops the wind wall, tries to keep his jungler safe, and will be able to do so. Levi has this big gold advantage. They want to try to use it. Remember, Jojo has no ulti from that bot lane death, and he's gonna die again. The question is, how aggressive do they get with this? You can see pings are already there over onto the Otacon.
And you can see that GAM is very good at just finding these picks. Furia is disrespecting. They did win a team fight, but that doesn't suddenly mean that you're so much stronger than GAM. They have the numbers, they're finding good catches, and with the TP being invested, they're securing an Otacon.
They're going to grab this Otacon. Yep, no chance of a steal here. Tatu not in the area. A relatively short-range character. You get in the mix, then the wind wall comes down. You're trying to reposition around that without getting hit by or an Ekton stun or a combo from Jojo or a knockup. But it's GAM already positioning aggressively. Kiaya looking for something here on a Jojo. He's going to pop the ult, and in comes Tatu. Quigo is here as well. Kiaya trying to kite back now with Artemis as Kiaya took the worst end of that. Does not have his teleport available. Toots was kind of just free hitting, but it did mean the ultimate was spent from both Gigo and Jojo, so they could be vulnerable. Furia, though, pushing forward, eyes on this tier 1
used an exchange, but they still have the Cassante and the Viego ult available along with the Cullen.
But they just can't walk through Toots. Look at this. Kiai is trying to get aggressive here, but he's just going to get knocked down. He's incredibly low. He's CC'd and he's killed. Artemis now, the job is up to him. Can he and Eris make something happen? The wind wall says no to the culling as Gigo's going to be spotted out on the side. Eris low, Elio low, Artemis on the run. Gigo behind them still, looking for this Lucian, hunting, going for the stun. The barriers popped early. Eris trying to turn around onto Gigo. Gigo has to flash out to the other side. It's Toots and it's IU, and they've caught Levi. Levi will draw his last breath as he's knocked down by the Yasuo. GAM are running for the hills, but Furia want even more. They take Artemis, and they are damn well sure going to take the Dragon as well.
The front line just evaporates for GAM. Azael, you were talking about how difficult it is for GAM to approach. Oh, Eris at the very least gets a kill back. Shuts down Gigo and gets a bit of gold back into his pocket, but the Dragon is still going to fall in favor of Furia. The fights are going the way of Furia, and I feel like it all comes down to this man in the mid lane, the Emperor of the Sands.
It's undone, but it's a one-man army. The Emperor on the other side, Toots has just been killing it. Eris trying to take down this tower, but kind of disrespecting the damage there from Gigo. Takes a couple tower shots for his trouble and will be sent packing.
The Baron now makes its way onto the Rift with the Dragons equalized. This could be a tool used to force a fight. course,
Artemis,
Levi
are here. They're looking for Tatu. They're going to go in for it. They pull the trigger on the teleport. Ayu's coming over as well. Aerith still incredibly low. Gigo has no ultimate, but now in comes Toots. He is the problem. Do they have the answer? Great combo from Jojo. Sets up for Ayu, but he's going to be stunned to the wall by the stolen body of the Skarner. And it's a double for Levi. He's getting the resets, and Levi is going crazy. Levi pulls the fight out from nowhere. GAM get a clean ace. They'll get the Baron, and they do not want to go down in game number 4.
1 by 1. Furia walk into the meat grinder that is Levi. He picks them apart. And in the straight up front to back 5v5, we've seen Furia get the better of GAM. But when it just turns into Levi versus...
For the LeBlanc, getting that really short cooldown on the ulti helps with the poke. Gigo fighting aggressively here, but he's against Kiaya and Levi. Kiaya can tank the tower for days. Gigo, though, still surviving for now. Are they going to be able to knock him down? Kiaya's got to get out of tower range. They do get the kill, and now it's Tatu that's in trouble on the other side, as the culling won't quite be enough damage to knock him down. Toots, though, holding strong here in that bot lane, defending the tower, as Ayu takes over the responsibilities in mid lane.
Levi is playing with nothing but confidence, acting as the driving force right now for GAM. They find another pick in mid, convert it into a tower. They're gonna secure another one here in the bot lane.
6K.
And GAM plays out. Dragon started off. I think Fury's just gonna give this one up.
Yeah, they are going to give it. I think it's the right choice. I really liked how GAM played that Baron. They kept the pressure on. They never allowed Furia to enter their jungle, so they couldn't get any vision to even approach the Dragon. Just denied any possibility of a fight. Was really well done. The last Whisper now done as well for Levi, so Gigo could be in some trouble tanking that culling, and he is just getting burst down under his tower. Not even safe there, but Toots is trying to turn around. Look at this damage coming through from the Azir. Levi barely survives. Jojo may want more. Does have the flash, but I don't think he's going to be able to get...
Deep vision control on the top side of the map.
Oh, Kiaya in a potential 1v2 here. Gigo is around, as is Ayu. He gets the bad news. They don't have a teleport to back him up. He's going to have to take this fight by himself. We'll see if he can actually do it. Going to go unstoppable as he goes over the wall. Can he actually kite out Gigo? He's trying to. Gigo has the slice, has the dice though. Nice and Tovo strikes, knocking him up, trying to buy the time.
They can't kill him.
Kasante Gaming, the Pathmaker, looking to try to go for the fight here. GAM is in a 4v5 until Eris can reconvene with the rest of the team. Tato is able to help push us out. He's trying to ward them away, make it difficult for the Viego. That's his job. He's got to be the one putting the CC down on Levi if he goes aggressive.
Poke being thrown, nothing too serious so far. The Dragon now the priority. GAM on Soul Point, they can use this to their advantage to try and threaten the Baron themselves.
Eris again. Oh, Eris could be caught here. Toots is looking for him, and he's just autoing him to death. He does land the chains, but are they going to be able to turn this around? Exhaust comes down onto Toots. Toots in trouble now. But on the other side, the Skarner ult is going to land, and it's Levi into the back line. It's Levi on a rampage, and it's Levi's world. You're just living in it. He takes over the Azir. He's taking over the fight. He's taking over the series. GAM win the fight and are going to push us to a game number 5.
The death timers are so long. GAM still have 4 members alive. Tatu is trying to catch the wave so he can buy time. Eris is not going to allow that to happen.
Yeah, they're just going to run down Tatu, try as he might. His efforts are in vain. This game was about one man, and it was about one man only. Levi on the Viego went crazy. GAM are able to find a way to push back, to fight back, and to force us all the way. We're going the distance. It's going to be a game number 5 between Furia and GAM. Cue up Silver Scrapes.
But what I will say about Kassadin, excited to see the gangplank going towards Kiaya, but Kassadin is afraid of similar things to Viego. That hard CC, if you lock him down, he gets killed really quickly. Artemis is no stranger to some difficult bot lane matchups over the last 2 days, with the split maps that have been happening to him, but in this 2 versus 2, it is Furia that is off to the races. Kiaya taking a bit of damage, has the level advantage, flashes in.
Had that passive auto ready. They're going to go for the dive. Levi is there to collect it. He's busy farming dead even, and bot lane, of course, does not have that luxury here. Artemis just doing his best to survive. Not surprised at all by how, as it is Levi here contesting for these grubs. But Tatu able to grab the first one for his team, and it doesn't really feel like GAM have an easy way into this. I think they're just going to have to trade for plates, but Levi wants to at least smite one away. He's going to look for it. They're going in onto IU. He follows after. In comes Artemis. Here comes the Cannon Barrage as well. Levi's going to get knocked down, but can Artemis trade? Yes, he can. Artemis now getting the damage down on the JoJo as he flashes out to safety. Artemis trying to fight against Toots here. He'll flash forward right past the Kassadin, trying to finish him off, and he will do just that. But it's Toots and Tatu fighting back, taking down Eris here as he's got nowhere to go. They want to give it to the Kassadin, and they should be able to. It's a double kill. He took a plate bot. He's now up 1,000 gold already. Has the early Triforce completed. Tatu moving down here with JoJo, though. Artemis is caught out, and Artemis has no flash. I don't think he's getting out of this one, but Levi is coming in, trying to support. He's going to ult to the side, trying to get away from Toots, but Toots is right there waiting. Levi goes in with the Hound's Pursuit, but he's got to run for it now. Eris here to try to back him up, but it's Elio in trouble on the side as Tatu's going to flash forward. He flashes over the wall to try to get back to safety. The command protect there from Eris will keep him safe just barely. But again, another kill for Kassadin. 1K ahead this early. Eris is staying around. I don't know if he really should be. Could be in a lot of trouble here as they're going to look for the dive. The Shockwave connects on multiple members, though, and Levi looking for the cleanup here. They get the kill onto Eris, but Levi gets one back. Levi now looking for Tatu, who has no flash, and he's going to get a second. There's a double.
Himself, and is able to get a little bit more gold back, ticking over to level 9. In the late game, there's always that possibility. Yep. We'll just have to see if Kiaya can make that happen. Levi hovering over the wall.
Levi is looking, IU posturing very aggressively, but JoJo comes in. Now the Bard ulti is there. Can he find the angle to actually land the stun? He can. He nails it, and Kiaya is looking for a solo at the same time. He gets the solo, and in goes Artemis to get a second. They're winning across the map. GAM roar to life and take kills.
They can just throw that bot lane if they want to clear out that wave. He's going to commit the TP instead.
Oh, he's going to get interrupted, though. He tried to TP in their face and just gets pillared out of it by Tatu. So now that is -1 on the teleport and -1 on the tower, very likely here, as Gigo should be able to close the gold gap and be able to pick up something for himself.
Nice objective secure. That's going to be the first tower of the game. GAM want to respond in kind in the mid lane. They have the Herald. They should be able to knock this one over. The bot wave needs to go and be caught by Kiaya, so he's going to make his way down.
And that teleport getting interrupted is actually so critical because that's first tower still maintaining over 1,000 gold, even with that local tower gold going to them, but they're going to look for a dive on Eris. He clears out the wave. Can he survive here? Tatu's tanking it up. The shockwave comes through. Great Bard ulti to buy some time. The GP ulti as well coming through as JoJo. It's just going to go down. It's a 1-for-1 for now, and now Gigo does take up that tower. It's just Elio up on the top side by himself.
Easy access towards this bot tower. It's likely going to be a trade, but as you already identified, the Dragon being secured for GAM means that they will get the feats of warfare. Gigo a little bit slower to secure the objective, but Eris doing his best in the 3 versus 1, 4 versus 1. The gang playing ultimate doing...
But GAM moving around the map now. It is Gigo pushing down bot lane, but of course the tier 1 was already gone, so not any immediate response available for Furia. As GAM, I feel they know that they have committed to it. Artemis taking a little bit of damage there from JoJo as he tried to enter. Kiaya arrives. Elio still not there. The TP coming in. This is a dangerous position to TP in. Gigo going to take a bit of damage there as the barrel chain will not connect. Heal's going to be used by JoJo. The Otacon getting very low. It's a nice Bard ulti coming through. Can they time the barrel out of it? No, they cannot. Kiaya cannot connect on that one. Gigo down to half HP, but he almost has the Magnar already. The Otacon getting incredibly low, and it's going to be taken by Levi. Not to be outdone, steals it away. Do they want more? It looks like the answer is yes. Gigo trying to find a good ulti. He whiffs. He doesn't connect. He tries to flash out to safety now. Gigo in some trouble. Kiaya trying to keep them interested. Toot's going to go back in for Levi. Chunks him down. In comes the Hound's Pursuit. And the shockwave is delivered by Levi. And that may just be that. Levi finds the window. Steals the Otacon.
Play with patience. They play the fight slowly. Once the objective goes down, they realize...
Draw your eyes to the summoner spells. They spent everything in a lost fight. Over on the other side, all 5 flashes teleport in from Elio. Nice use of the spellbook.
GAM make magic. They set the sights on the tower, and Furia, they just don't have the wave clear.
Yeah, they just need to delay. You have to give up the inhib, wait for your members to respawn. You have the Baron buff, they do not, so you can not on the death cap here. But Kiaya is going for a kill onto Gigo, but Tatu and Tuts are here as well. But everyone's coming from GAM. Can Kiaya find the time? He's trying to kite out, drops the ulti here. Levi around, Tatu going forward, Gigo getting incredibly low as well. GAM are just gonna back it up and wait for Eris. Yep. There's a big task here for Tuts, and he's gonna have to do a lot of the heavy lifting. Is level 18 on the Kassadin, and the fight gonna break out. Tatu in trouble already. Tatu down incredibly low. The heal comes through, does keep him alive, just barely. They've chunked him out. It's back to base for the jungler here. And it's only 20 seconds now until the spawn happens. Levi over the wall, going to be spotted by a ward. And Jojo gets eyes on him.
There as well. A big ulti unavailable for the ensuing fight. He gets back out onto the map as quickly as he can. It's GAM with the push in the mid lane. Again, full control over the bot side river. Tuts trying his best to chip away at the HP of GAM, but they're not feeling it. Shockwave.
Eris going to force the flash out of IU, but this could actually be big. This means no Shockwave if they can force a fight right now. So I think Furia are going to try to go.
Starting.
They need to try to make something happen right here, right now, but GAM are just blocking their way in towards the Elder. Tuts goes forward. He's looking. He's trying to see if he can find something, but the Elder is already secured by GAM, and now it is time to run. IU's in trouble. Levi's in the backline onto Jojo. Tuts trying to make it happen on the side, but he can't get the damage down. IU will fall. The base is open. Gigo is running for it, but there's nowhere you can go. Levi is on the hunt, and he is... Pull out, but you still have to stay locked in enough. And it's looking like we are back to live. We are back to in the game here. And there is the teleport being used back to the base here from Tuts. GAM on the march here, looking to close out game number 5 in what has been a back and forth series. Tatu healing up in the base, as is Tuts. Jojo still on the recall, but they are not going to be waiting for him. It's going to be all up to Tuts. He's really the only one who can try to get anything done. The tower being focused down. Redemption comes through to heal him up. Tuts is going to be put with the exhaust. He's trying to kite back. He's trying to go in and make something happen, but can he do it? He cannot. GAM will wipe Furia off the map, will knock them out of MSI, and will advance to the next round.
GAM